changes coming to a shopping destination in the Poconos. A sweet new adventure replacing cakes with classes. Plus, a grand reopening just in time for St. Patrick's Day and the big parade.
And it's time to tap the trees, all the maple syrup that's to be made at this farm. Plus, eating out at one of the nicest spots in the Pocono Mountains. And we're headed back to the farm in Wayne County with Chris Barrett and Pocono Perspectives. And Deanna takes aim at the bullseye at two of the best spots in the Poconos.
Hi everyone, welcome to the March edition of Pocono Mountains Magazine. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Hamill, and we are here at the historic Shawnee Inn and Golf Resort right on the Delaware River. And so with spring right around the corner, golfers are getting ready to head back out on the course, and a lot of people heading back out on the river to enjoy all the Pocono Mountains has to offer.
That's right, Jim, and 'tis the season for maple tapping. Right here at the Shawnee Inn and Golf Resort, trees are tapped, syrup is made on site, and it's bottled up for guests to purchase. And this is a great time of year to explore the Pocono Mountains, a variety of activities to do both inside and out. Isn't that right, Jim?
Absolutely, Brianna, and there's so much to come on this episode of Pocono Mountains Magazine, but first we want to show you what's been making headlines in the Poconos.
During President Biden's State of the Union address, there was a familiar face to many in our area in the crowd.
Congressman Matt Cartwright invited our very own Chris Barrett, President and CEO of the Pocono Mountains Visitors Bureau, to be his guest at last month's State of the Union address. The congressman told WFMZ TV that he and Mr. Barrett work closely to bring new funds and developments to the Poconos, including the ongoing efforts to restore passenger rail to the region.
The Reading and Northern Railroad announced that...
And speaking of trains, a new weekend excursion begins Memorial Day weekend between the Poconos and Pittston, PA. The all-day round-trip ride departs from a brand-new railroad station in Luzerne County, taking riders to Jim Thorpe, where they'll have hours to explore that small town. The Reading and Northern Railroad announced tickets are on sale now.
The longtime leader of the D&L National Heritage Corridor, Alyssa Garofalo, is being remembered as the driving force behind the D&L Trail and downtown Jim Thorpe's Main Street program. The Times News reported Garofalo passed away after a battle with cancer. She was 65 years old, and donations can be made to the D&L Trail in her memory.
Shawnee Mountain Ski Area in Monroe County is...
Thousands of dollars raised at the 7th annual Paint the Mountain Pink at Shawnee Mountain Ski Area. WNEP-TV featured the event that benefits Hope for Strength Breast Cancer Fund, which helps minimize the financial and emotional impact of breast cancer diagnosis and treatment.
Welcome to Pocono Premium Outlets in Tannersville. Wondering what this is? Well, it's the new name for the Crossings Premium Outlets, a shopping destination here in the Pocono Mountains since 1992. In addition to a new name, this place is also getting a new look. With light fare food and locally sourced beverages, Barley Creek Tasting Room and Pub is the go-to place at Pocono Premium Outlets for shoppers to take a break and unwind. It's an extension of Barley Creek Brewing Company, just up the road.
It's a satellite location which allows us to introduce more people to our brand.
Owner Trip Vervain is excited to hear the newly renamed Pocono Premium Outlets will undergo multi-million-dollar renovations this year, updating every square foot of the property.
As a tenant, anytime your landlord says they're about to go ahead and make your facility look better, I'm all for it. I think it's just great.
The full-scale renovation includes parking and walkway improvements, new directory signs and kiosks, LED lighting throughout, refurbished restrooms, a food truck pavilion, centralized play area, benches, outdoor dining, shaded areas, and more.
Basically a refresh, really modernizing the project, creating, I think, a more elevated sense of place throughout the property.
With that will be some new retailers that will come in, and with that we're going to upgrade the children's amenities, and we've now have a full schedule program for weekend events and entertainment.
Despite the decline of malls and increased desire for online shopping, This remains a popular destination for locals and visitors alike, with more than 100 brand name and designer outlet stores offering everyday savings up to 65% off, plus local spots like Barley Creek.
A lot of the focus in the last several years has been the rise of online retail, but to have the in-person shopping experience where you can get something same day at a brick and mortar retailer is still very important. And it's not the online folks that are employing local residents and investing in the local economy, it's the brick and mortar stores. So we're excited to see that continue to grow and improve.
Conveniently located off Interstate 80 in Tannersville, Pocono Premium Outlets is close to other attractions such as Camelback Resort, Great Wolf Lodge, and Mount Airy Casino Resort.
This is one of the premier products in the Pocono Mountains, and 30 million folks are visiting us a year, especially folks from New York and New Jersey, where they pay a retail sales tax they don't here. So sometimes folks come and experience our small town retail, which is really unique. Then they'll come here for more mainstream national brand retail. And the use of the Pocono name, it's so strong regionally and nationally that it totally makes sense, and that really, really thrills us.
Renovations are set to start and be complete by this year, 2023. Pocono Premium Outlets will remain open through the process, so happy shopping. With the Pocono Television Network, I'm Brianna Strunk.
Still to come on Pocono Mountains Magazine, we're tapping maple trees all across the Pocono Mountains, how this sap gets turned into maple syrup, and where you can see it up close and the whole process. That's still to come here on Pocono Mountains Magazine.
Plus, cue the Irish step dancing. This popular pub is back in business just in time for parade day. We'll show you what's on the menu, both on the table and in the streets.
Jim Hamill and Brianna Strunk will be right back with more Pocono Mountains Magazine. A special thanks to our sponsors, St. Luke's Monroe Campus, East Stroudsburg University, and Lehigh Valley Hospital, Pocono.
It's the Great Pocono Raceway Air Show, May 27th and 28th. See the U.S. Navy Blue Angels precision fly the F-18 Hornet. Then watch the greatest fighter in the world, the F-22 Raptor, rip up the sky. Tickets available at PoconoAirshow.com.
Many destination resorts in the Poconos offer different experiences that allow you to relax.
They are sought out to rebuild and rejuvenate the body. Day spas have become incredibly popular, and we have some of the best right here in the Pocono Mountains. Experience a new inner peace with some of the world's best spa therapies right here in the Poconos. Visit PoconoMountains.com.
This popular pub is back in business and just in time for one of downtown Stroudsburg's busiest events of the year. Cue the dancing, the delicious dishes, and the Guinness. Lots and lots of Guinness.
If you're looking for the traditional Irish pub experience, this is where you're going to find it.
After a 2-month closure, customers couldn't wait to once again support Stroudsburg staple Siamsa Irish Pub, following a pipe burst in the sprinkler system on Christmas Eve, which caused severe water damage throughout the restaurant.
Just watching the water flow was heartbreaking. You put a lot of time and your heart into this, and to see things that you put so much effort into get damaged, it hurts.
Today is the grand reopening, so tell us all about that. Exciting. Pain turned to pride for Siamsa's grand reopening, documented during the Pocono Television Network's latest Final Fridays Live. The last Friday of every month, we showcase the biggest events and happenings in the Pocono Mountains, and of course, PTN couldn't miss this Welcome Back celebration.
Just the atmosphere, the feeling, you almost forget what it's like until it all comes back again, and it does. It puts a smile on your face and makes you happy that people are enjoying themselves here.
While repairs were underway, management used that time as an opportunity to refresh the space and revamp the menu, which includes all the Irish fare favorites. Throughout the process, they had one goal in mind: reopen before the big 44th annual St. Patrick's Parade, taking over Stroudsburg and East Stroudsburg Sunday, March 19th.
It's our Super Bowl, and this year being on the same weekend, St. Patrick's Day on Friday and then the Parade Day Sunday, it was absolutely in our sights that that was going to be a goal. We were absolutely going to be open for that.
Nearly 20,000 people come from near and far to witness what has become one of Pennsylvania's premier parades. Put on by Pocono Irish American Club, this year's event includes more than 60 participants and 14 bands.
6 pipe bands, 3 string bands, which are the Mummers out of Philly. We have 4 marching bands and the Colonial Musketeers. It's going to be amazing.
Equally amazing, this parade is funded by generous sponsorships from local businesses and organizations. New this year, individuals and families are invited to become angel sponsors.
It's $99 and you could do it in somebody's name or you could do it in honor of somebody.
For the first time in decades, Pocono Irish American Club will have its very own float in the parade. And keep an eye out for this year's Grand Marshal, Ed O'Donnell, a 98-year-old World War II Marine veteran.
Thank you, dear Lord. We're just so happy to honor him, and he's an American hero.
Irish or not, these festivities are for all, bringing a huge boost to small businesses in Stroudsburg and East Stroudsburg.
You hear so much negativity in the world today. It's nice to see people come out and smile, and that's what it's all about.
PTN will once again partner with Blue Ridge Cable News 13 for live coverage of the parade, stepping off at 1:15 p.m. on Sunday, March 19th. Not able to attend in person? Tune in for a live look at all the can't-miss action on and around the parade route. With the Pocono Television Network, I'm Brianna. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Looking for an exhilarating experience in the Poconos? Well, stay tuned and I'll show you coming up on this episode of Pocono Mountains Magazine.
What's happening here?
So we're really excited. We've been making snow since last week, and as you can tell, they've been doing...
All right, and let's head on over to the fair president.
What is this all about here, Stephen?
Sure. So right now we're on our, what we would call the buddy slope.
And this is pretty interesting too, Chris. Pit Road includes at least 9 crew members who are Pennsylvania natives.
It's the Great Pocono Raceway Air Show, May 27th and 28th. See the U.S. Navy Blue Angels precision fly the F-18 Hornet. Then watch the greatest fighter in the world, the F-22 Raptor, rip up the sky. Tickets available at PoconoAirshow.com.
Hey, it's Jim Hamill, and it is maple season here in the Pocono Mountains. So we wanted to stop over to Lake Russell Maple as they're starting the process here of taking all the sap from thousands of trees here on the property, pushing it into the sugar shack and making some sweet product for you to take home. Let's go find out more.
Every season, basically spring season, we start tapping trees. We tap about 23 to 25,000. Every single one has a little tap that goes in it.
Nicole Bentler beams with pride as she tours PTN around her 450-acre family maple farm near Newfoundland. By mid-February, 350 miles of tap lines are in place for prime time for Pocono Mountain Maple, also known as Lake Russell Maple Farm.
We wholesale a majority of our product, and we keep about 10% of it to sell locally. It's a true labor of love.
Whether it's from the sky in late winter or any other time of the year, this property is something to behold. Rental cabins are tucked away in the woods, perfect for family get-togethers on the farm.
Families get a really great opportunity to have some great quality time. Right. As you see, it's very relaxed here. So you go sit by the lake, you read a book, you get to have, some good talks with your family and play. We've got a playground up there. We've got swings kind of throughout the property that you can kind of play on. So kids absolutely love it.
There's an orchard with hundreds of trees that produce fruit in another season too. Still, maple is the name of the game here at Lake Russell.
We have sap flowing right now.
And this tank is almost full right now.
You can even tour this farm and learn all about maple syrup production Thursdays and Fridays.
It's coming in at 2%, so it's 40 gallons to make 1 gallon of maple sugar.
1 gallon of maple sugar for 40 gallons of sap.
Correct.
Wow.
Our vanilla maple. Then we have our bourbon barrel aged.
Not only can you see how the maple syrup is made, not only can you kind of tour the property, but then you can come on in here and take some home with you.
It's beautiful, you know, we love sharing the property, and it's fun when we get bigger groups from New York and, you know, even youth groups from New York. You know, they come in and, you know, they've never been somewhere that's this quiet, that is this kind of remote, and they're just in awe.
Anyone can see why that is. All those thousands of trees providing sap that's turned into syrup, and the careful hands creating not just the maple product, but the maple farm experience too, right in the heart of the Pocono Mountains.
Mount Airy Casino is 20 minutes away.
Right.
You've got Camelback, that's also about 20, 30 minutes away. So you're pretty close to, like, if you really want to go get out and do something, you can.
Yeah.
But we've also got 450 acres to go and explore and hike and have fun.
This is like, kind of like this hidden gem, right? It's on a dirt road, right? And you have to get through GPS really to get here. But once you are here, I mean, look at what you have here. It's really spectacular. So
thank you.
Thank you for sharing it with all of us. Yeah.
Visit Pocono Mountain Maple at Lake Russell online, on social, and definitely in person. You can learn more at PoconoMountains.com. Jim Hamill for the Pocono Television Network. And if you want to visit this and other sugar bushes throughout the northern Poconos, there's a self-guided tour March 18th and 19th. It's a free open house organized by the Northeastern PA Maple Producers and the Wayne Conservation District. More information on the Maple Open House in March can be found at PoconoMountains.com/events.
From cakes to classes, a beloved bakery turned Main Street Makery. Welcome to Main Street Makery in downtown Stroudsburg. We teach classes in all kinds of culinary and kitchen crafts, such as cake decorating, cheese making, soap making, candy, all kinds of fun things. Today, we're going to be making snowman cupcakes, a beautiful, easy rose on a cupcake, as well as French macarons. Royal raspberry, cherry. I'm gonna go with chocolate. So we're going to be holding classes on random days throughout the week. We're not open 7 days a week or anything like that. The classes are pre-scheduled, so make sure you check out our schedule and sign up for the classes that you can attend. And you go like that, and then flatten it out a little bit. We're having Cupcake Lab, which is we're famous for, on Saturday afternoons from 11 to 3, where anyone can just come in and decorate a cupcake. We also do private events. Children's birthday parties are always fun. Bachelorette parties are a hoot, and it's really great because downtown Stroudsburg is filled with wineries and breweries, so you can make a day of it right here down in town. So if you have a group of bachelorettes or a family that are visiting the Poconos for the weekend, and we will make it exclusively for you. You can BYOB, and it's just really great. And we can gear any techniques you'd like to learn. We can make a class for you.
And something fun for tourists. There's always tourists in the town, so how fun it would be just to visit a town and then just randomly take a class you'd never think to take.
Well, the Main Street Makery, I think, is a great opportunity for us here in Stroudsburg to have something that's interactive, fun, creative. You also get to learn something, and then you get to take it home with you and kind of prove what you did and prove what you learned.
So they're a little too close, but that's okay. Since I'm a kid, my passion has always been sharing the news about how wonderful the kitchen can be and how fun it can be. So I am the previous owner of Kitchen Chemistry. We're actually in the same location. We're just changing gears a little bit. I've been here for 12 years. Kitchen Chemistry was a local bake shop. We started out doing gourmet cupcakes, and then we expanded into wedding cakes and custom cakes, and the business just exploded.
But I need to slow the pace a little bit, so I wanted to just teach classes. Kitchen chemistry was actually open to teach classes and sell supplies way back when, so I'm really just returning to my roots. Main Street Makery is a new name for what's very familiar to anybody who knows us in Stroudsburg. We really love being a part of Main Street. It's just part of our being. Just want to be a very comfortable place for people to come and bring their family and enjoy a wonderful experience, go home with something they're proud to post on their social media and share with their families.
It is finally time to taste the final product. Make sure to register for a class or create your own private event on mainstreetmakery.com. With the Pocono Television Network, I'm Brianna Strunk.
Still to come on Pocono Mountains Magazine, Chris Barrett is talking hydroponic farming. Bialecki Family Farm, one of the 3 farms we feature on Pocono Perspectives in a series about agriculture here on Pocono Mountains Magazine.
Ladies, listen up. You won't want to miss a special event returning here next month to Kalahari Resorts and Conventions in the Pocono Mountains. Mark your calendar for the Empower NEPA Women's Leadership Conference, Thursday, April 13th, featuring keynote speakers Robin Hatcher and Melissa Gilbert of Little House on the Prairie. This year's theme, Fearless Together, covers topics such as leadership, finance, personal development, and networking. Plus, bring your sneakers for live wellness classes with area trainers. Join hundreds of women coming together to create positive change in their communities and lives, while recognizing the extraordinary power that exists when women support each other. Scan this QR code to learn more and purchase tickets, or visit scrantonchamber.com.
At East Stroudsburg University, you will study with cutting-edge technology. You can perform in the classroom, field, or stage. You'll get involved on campus and off. You can have fun preparing for your future.
We're in a hydroponic farm area. And what structure are we in right now, just so I say it right?
This is a hydroponic greenhouse.
Hydroponic greenhouse. Yes. And it's just fascinating to be here and to see this. One of the things I noticed is both of you really are into self-sustainability and something that's self-sustained. Stan, what does that mean?
As far as farming is concerned, is the first and foremost is to be able to financially sustain yourself. And to do that, we utilize the hydroponic methods for more rapid growth.
We're using a lot less space. The production that you see in here, if you were to do this in the ground, you're using multiple acres of land to produce the same that we have in this one greenhouse. So we're using a lot less land for what we do produce, and then that remaining land is left to nature, is left the way it is. The trees are intact.
And that's really important. So we talked a little bit before about yields.
Yes.
So how much do you yield in hydroponic is the right way to say it?
Yes. Yep.
Hydroponic farming, how much would
Your
we
yield is 20 times what it would be in conventional farming, conventional outdoor farming.
How's the quality of what's grown hydroponically versus organically or traditionally?
I would say a higher quality. I like to say the plants are babied. They're getting everything they need. They're protected from the weather. They're getting all the nutrient that they need. So they're babied for their entire life. So you're getting faster growth, and what you're harvesting is a high quality product that's younger.
I wake up in the morning in this great blue state.
Hi everybody, this is part 2 of a 3-part series for Pocono Perspectives that we're looking at farming in the Pocono Mountains. And you wouldn't really think farming exists here, but it's live and well, and it really does. We have great innovative people here doing really innovative things. And that's why we wanted to talk about that. So Stan and Amy,
Your story too, I think, is really interesting. Stan, how did we get here? How are you guys here now?
We grew up in New Jersey. We moved out to Pennsylvania when we first got together over
25 years ago now.
Yeah. Because we wanted to have a little bit more of a rural lifestyle. We kind of moved way up the state to buy our first home, and then
we started homesteading. And it was producing for ourselves, having a garden, having some chickens for eggs, and that's where the homesteading lifestyle kind of began, and that same mentality kind of leads to, okay, so we're producing for ourselves as far as food-wise. Now, can we produce for ourselves financially off of the land?
Oh, so homesteading is just the first step in producing food.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
A small first step. And then, we're in northern Wayne County, up in the mountains, and it allowed us to do a lot more homesteading.
Yeah.
Like we
have more land available, so when we wanted to have goats or a dairy cow, or more space that we could add to that homesteading that we were doing.
It was probably like middle of May. We went to one of the mud auctions that they have, for the old farm equipment and that kind of thing. And I bought a plow and I hooked it up to my little tractor, and we went 40 feet, and I just snapped the shank right off of that plow.
Because of the rocks.
The rocks.
Oh,
Wayne
wow.
County is known for being the ground is very rocky.
So you just kind of think you throw some seeds in the ground.
Land trees, it looks good,
Yeah. So
like,
when you go and break a plow right off the bat, you're like, well, all right, this conventional farming thing's not necessarily going to work on this land. So, okay, what's plan B? What else can we do?
So you found out that traditional farming was going to be a little tougher than what you thought. So what is your educational background?
Well, I got my GED.
Got your GED.
And then I did engineering, like construction engineering inspection for 20 years.
Not much different than his. I mean, I went to, graduated high school, actually went through cosmetology, was going to be a hairstylist, but that didn't work out that way. When we moved out, moved out to Pennsylvania, and I spent many years just raising our children.
Not just raising the children. No. You were she was a stay-at-home mom and homestead wife. She'd be out there with a bucket, milking the cow in the snow when it was 4 degrees.
Yeah.
So it's not just.
Yeah. But that was my concentration, right? That was what I wanted to do.
We were very blessed to be able to do that.
So you have some construction back.
Yes.
You have some, we have some water happening here.
Yeah, that's the seedlings being watered. It's being a little aggressive at the moment.
Is that automatic?
It is. It's on a timer. I think every hour it runs for a few seconds and keeps all those seedlings watered.
Oh,
but that really pipe usually is turned down a bit more. It moved.
Okay. Well, the building we're in right now, you built yourself.
Everything.
So the construction background really helped.
Yeah, construction background. I did like all phases of construction when I was in my younger years. I also did some landscaping, so I knew how to run machinery and stuff like that.
So and that came in handy a lot with this. So with each greenhouse that we put up, or the hydroponics, he designed all the systems that we have, and he knows how to do the carpentry, the electrical.
That's great.
So when it came, we could really do that stuff ourselves.
How did you make the connection that hydroponic was the way to go? And how long did it take to get to where we are now?
It sounds silly. Internet research, YouTube.
YouTube. But it did take, it took us probably 5 years. When we did it, I wanted to be sure that we could make enough money.
Yeah.
And did you have other jobs in the meantime? So
he did. He was working off farm. He worked in precast.
I was a PennDOT inspector and for various DOTs up and down the coast.
So how long has this just been your sole?
Since 2019.
3 years. Yeah, 3 years now.
Yeah, 3 years and a few months.
It's been sold from the farm, yep.
And what's a typical day here?
It depends on the day. I mean, there is a routine, but throughout the week, there's certain tasks on a certain day, and my tasks aren't the same as his. It's farmers markets are it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday is a farmers market. So come Monday, Tuesday, there could be various tasks if there's some weeding in the outside beds or general maintenance that you have to do, but then you have to get into your harvesting your weekly crops. You're getting ready to replant. Like in here, as soon as something gets harvested, we're replanting. So you're getting ready to put those new plants in, and then you have to start seeds because you have to keep that rotation going every week. So you're doing that, and he could be doing maintenance on the tomato plants, pruning.
So there's a cycle of planting per season.
Oh yeah.
There is? Oh, okay.
Well, there is somewhat. I mean, in here, it's it's not seasonal, it's every week.
Every week,
the crops the crop mix changes slightly, but every week,
that
52
routine stays
weeks,
the same.
We plant and harvest in here.
So you have mustard, lettuce, right?
Tatsoi, watercress, some herbs.
Swiss chard, lettuces.
Yep.
Like you said, the plants are babied, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And they are very young. Lettuce can be very bitter in late summer because it gets the heat makes them grow slower, and then the older they get, the more bitter they get, the closer they get to going to seed.
I have to ask about that because I'm an iceberg shredded lettuce kind of guy.
Oh, you're one of those guys.
That's okay.
My dad's one of those guys too. No, I get really excited when we have some customers that will come to us at market and say, I've never been excited about lettuce before.
Oh, wow.
Or this is the best lettuce I've ever had. And I love hearing things like that because it's like, who gets excited about lettuce? But they're excited about it because it is different.
I'm gonna show how much I don't know. But all I know is that iceberg lettuce has no nutrients pretty much, right? It's all water.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know that's true.
I mean, I'm sure there's some, but
Don't buy that. That's all.
There's nothing. It's just it's water.
I think it's better if you're eating greens than eating cheese puffs. So iceberg is better than cheese puffs.
I test that quite often with the cheeseburger.
I think the biggest thing that a consumer should know, and you want to feed your family the freshest vegetables possible, and that iceberg was picked 14 days ago.
In California, probably.
Well, Oregon, but
and
then
shipped across the country.
When we pick for market, we're picking on usually Wednesday, and our customers are having it by Friday or Saturday.
So you guys are at farmers markets a lot, is that right?
That's what we do.
That's primarily farmers markets. We have a website. We can do pre-orders with our customers. They can even come here to pick up orders. We have a couple restaurants that buy from us.
Restaurants and resorts, or you supply those like
just a couple. That's not the majority
of
our
sales. A couple are local, and then we have started supplying a couple in the city as well, New York City.
And we've been lucky to be a part of the county food pantry. They actually got a grant so that they could buy fresh vegetables from the local farms and provide it to the food pantry families. So we've been lucky to be a part of that too.
So do you guys have a family?
Yes.
Kids? How old?
Three kids, 20, 18, and 14.
How do they like the farm? Are they involved?
Not at all.
No.
I think that's the same with any family-run business. Nobody wants to work for their parents, and I don't think that matters what the industry is. That's the same. We even had some years where some of our kids, they actually went to work for other farms who were friends of ours, and then other kids came and worked for us. You know, it's not. I don't know that it's necessarily the farming aspect, but it's I don't want to work for my parents.
And I have a 20 and 22, so I get that.
Yeah.
Are you concerned about where farming's going, family farm? Because this is a family farm, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So does that concern you at all?
I'm hopeful for that because I think we see a lot more of it. You see more of the small family farms, more like ours.
Historically, the Poconos were noted for the local small farms that produced for those people coming from the city.
I never knew that.
In the 1800s, they were your classic market farm based off of the Paris model or Parisian model.
But then for a time we got away from that.
Yeah, no, we did because it became cheaper to bring the produce from Lancaster by truck. Once they had trucks and roads, it became cheaper to use a truck, but before then they never did that.
It's nice to see that coming back. It's coming back to the small local family farms. You see the restaurants, they're interested in the farm to table, like you said. They're interested in getting that from the local
But it's
farms.
not locally here, it's not just greenwashing. It really is the local restaurants purchase from the local farms. It's really good. And as much as they can.
Does it concern you that it seems like there's a lot of big conglomerate farms out there? Does that concern you?
I think there's always going to be a space for both.
Well, we've learned so much today from both of you, and I wanted to just ask, where do you see this farm in 5 years? What are your hopes and dreams for the next 5 and 10 years?
I can't even go that far. And so many people say, what is your 5-year plan? And it's like, hold on, let me get to next year first.
Here's
1 year at a time.
A business is like a child. When you have a small child, it's your job to take care of and nurture the child and direct the child and teach the child and get the child going in some direction. But then later, as the child matures, I see our business as probably a young teenager now. And the young teenager, I don't want to tell them what classes to take. I don't want to tell them what direction to go. I don't want to direct the farm in the direction it goes. I want to allow the business to direct me in its needs and allow it to grow.
And at this point it is, and we can see year by year, the farm tells us what it needs. When we have a shortage of a product, we're selling out, well, we need more of that. You know, we can, it shows us where we need to change and where we need to grow.
Well, I found out so much today, speaking of growing, homesteading, farming here in the early times, so we're going to look into that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I really appreciate you guys giving us the time today. It's been a great learning experience, just another new aspect of the Pocono Mountains. So also, I want to thank all of you for tuning in today, and I hope you've enjoyed speaking with Stan and Amy just like we have. And I'm Chris Barrett for Pocono Perspectives, which you're seeing on the Pocono Television Network. Thanks for watching.
Still to come on Pocono Mountains Magazine, this pineapple martini is the signature drink at a restaurant in Carbon County. We want to show you what else is on the menu and what the experience is like. Still to come on the show.
And Deanna wraps up this show by taking aim at some indoor fun in the Poconos.
At St. Luke's Orthopedic Care, you can trust us with your hands, feet, shoulders, hips, and knees. Because healthy bones and joints mean you can do more. You can trust us to recommend the right approach to care, including joint-sparing treatments and therapies. And when surgery is the only choice, we offer options to help you heal faster, including technology-assisted joint replacements and muscle-sparing hip surgery. St. Luke's, the orthopedic care you trust, now more than ever.
It's the Great Pocono Raceway Air Show, May 27th to 28th. See the U.S. Navy Blue Angels precision fly the F-18 Hornet. Then watch the greatest fighter in the world, the F-22 Raptor, rip up the sky. Tickets available at PoconoAirshow.com.
Thank you, Andrew, very much. Hi, folks. Jim Hamill here at Macaluso's in Nesquehoning. This place has been around for 50-plus years, but now it's under new ownership. And so our VP of Membership, Marlon Kistner, is a regular here. So she wanted to give you an inside look at what the experience is like, both dining and having drinks here at Macaluso's. Cheers.
Hi, Joanne. Hi, Marlon. Happy to see you tonight. Thank you for coming to dine with Macaluso's here.
Great to be
Take you
here.
to your table.
Absolutely.
Love you. Thank you.
Thanks.
From the moment you arrive at this popular Italian restaurant, you are made to feel right at home.
We also have special drinks on here you're welcome to look at. We have a great bartender, and then she'll come to give you the specials. She'll be
Great.
right with you.
Thank you, Joanne.
You're
Good
welcome.
to see you.
You too.
All right.
We fell in love with the place. The Macaluso's family did a great job. We realized that we weren't going to reinvent what they did over the last 50 years. So we were just trying to embrace what was here and then put our own spin on it and just bring it to that next level.
Stephanie and Brian took over from the longtime owners in 2022, keeping the name, but also many of the aspects that made Macaluso's a fan favorite in the Jim Thorpe area.
They're glad that we did not change. We kept everything the same staff, same menu, same food, same atmosphere.
Hi, this is our arancini served over our tomato basil sauce.
Marlon started out with an appetizer. The head chef has been at Macaluso's for more than 4 decades, putting new touches on age-old recipes that keep diners coming back for more.
This is our caprese salad topped with our homemade pesto sauce.
They just grab me and they're like, that's the best steak. And I get that maybe once or twice a night, someone's like, that's the best I ever had. And I pause for a moment and just really recognize that, because it's those moments in your life where you're like, wow, that was the best. And that's what you remember over time.
It's easy to see how much Stephanie and Brian take pride in carrying on the Macaluso's tradition, from the bar to the kitchen. The secret to this restaurant's success is in the care everyone takes to make it a worthwhile experience. And at times, that includes live music.
I think it adds a lot of value to your meal too. Not everybody can go out and spend $30, $40 dollars on a dinner, but when you add that entertainment piece to it, it really adds a lot of value to it, and it enhances the experience for our customers.
Back to the food and Marlon's favorite.
This is our gorgonzola salad. It does have nuts on it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. One
You're
of my
welcome.
favorites.
You get the fine dining, you get the service, you get the food that's all hand prepared. It's really hard to get a meal at most other places where the food is just 100% fresh, 100% from scratch, and where they take such pride in the craftsmanship of the food.
And the main course.
This is our pork fillet. It's served with a habanero cheese and a bourbon barbecue sauce with 2 shrimp on top.
The food, the drink, and all that goes into making Macaluso's a staple is really what makes it so important to support locally owned restaurants all year, and especially during the industry's traditionally slow time of year, March through April.
You need to keep your local folks employed. We only have a few full-time people here, but most of our people, they have another job, and it really supports them and helps them get those extra things that they need and want for their family.
It's a way to experience the best of the Poconos foodie scene while supporting the mom and pop type restaurants that keep traditions alive. To learn more about Macaluso's and other dining options in the Pocono Mountains, head to PoconoMountains.com and look for restaurants and dining under Things to Do. Jim Hamill for the Pocono Television Network. And don't forget the dessert.
This is our chocolate love cake. It is chocolate cake, chocolate icing, and it's baked with a ricotta cheese right inside of it, and it is house made.
It's one of my favorites.
Good,
Thank
enjoy.
you so much.
Hey everyone, it's Jim Hamill, and spring is finally here again. That means it is time once again to help pick up the Poconos. April 22nd, Earth Day. We're gonna host a 4-county-wide pickup for spring, and we want you to be part of the solution. So go to pickupthepoconos.com to sign up. Let's go. Gotta pick up the Poconos. 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 Gotta pick up the Poconos.
Still ahead on Pocono Mountains Magazine, get ready to take aim.
It just goes to show what can be done if you have the right surgeons and the right doctors.
Because I was concerned with the mass that I saw in her abdomen, I knew she just needed to go to surgery as soon as possible.
The diagnosis was one cancer appendiceal, and whatever need I would have, I knew she was going to address it. That impressed me.
At the Lehigh Valley Topper Cancer Institute, we have a team of experts who are specialty trained in their field.
Best word I can find, phenomenal.
It's the Great Pocono Raceway Air Show, May 27th and 28th. See the U.S. Navy Blue Angels precision fly the F-18 Hornet. Then watch the greatest fighter in the world, the F-22 Raptor, rip up the sky. Tickets available at PoconoAirshow.com.
Hey everyone, Deanna Fontanez here from the Pocono Television Network. If you're looking for something different, filled with a little thrill and excitement, I've got just the places for you. We're here at our first stop, Archery Addictions. Let's go inside. So this is AT, owner of Archery Addictions. AT, I've never done archery before, but I was super intrigued. So what can you guys teach me today?
Well, we teach more than just archery. We have a full service and full line of firearms, kayaks. We do offer fishing equipment, clothing. But back to our mainstay with archery, we start with the basics all the way up to the advanced expert shooter. If your main thing is you want to be a hunter or a target shooter, we can do both. So yeah, we can get you going from the basic, like I said, all the way up.
I'm like me, basic beginner here. So why don't we head to the range and start learning?
Sounds good.
All right. This is a family-owned business. This is Ryan, who's a jack of all trades. So today, he's gonna be my instructor on the range. So Ryan, what's the difference between all the bows?
So you got right and left-handed and overall size from youth to adult. We'll have you on this one here.
Okay.
So you're gonna grab your left hand in the front here, and we get to head over to the line.
All right. So how do I stand?
Yep, so you're gonna stand with your toes facing me, being a right-handed shooter.
Okay.
Good. We're gonna put it on the left side of the bow, so the side closest to you.
Okay. Now, does the color on the end of it matter?
Absolutely does. The odd color is always gonna go out towards you to
Okay,
prevent
so
any
facing
contact
me.
on the bow.
Okay. And then where do I put it here?
You're gonna be putting it underneath this little knot on the string.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, and it just clips on?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
And then you gotta make sure your arrow comes up onto the metal rest there.
Okay.
So you're gonna take 3 fingers, pointer, middle, and ring finger, all underneath the arrow.
Okay.
Correct. And just going to extend the front arm. And you're gonna pull to your pointer fingers by the corner of your mouth.
Okay.
You're gonna shut your left eye, being right eye dominant.
Okay.
Pull a little further. And whenever you're ready, you may relax your fingers and let it fly. Not bad.
Well, I hit the target.
You did absolutely hit the target. Left and rights were good, just high.
Not too bad.
It's not bad.
For my first time, it was easier than I expected.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
So beginners, don't worry. You have amazing instructors like Ryan here that'll teach you. AT, so this is where the magic happens of where you guys string your own bows in-house?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
We make custom strings here. I can do any combination. We do pinstripe, 3-color, 2-color.
I was looking at your wall of colors.
Yes, my opinion is a bit better quality when you're doing it in-house. We're not mass producing.
Wow, AT, that was such an amazing experience. And whether you're a beginner or experienced, Archery Addictions has something for everyone. And if people want to check you guys out, where can they find you?
We have a full website at www.archeryaddictions.com.
Okay.
We're also on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, so make sure to check out their website and their social media platforms. Now we're gonna head to our second location. Ready to pull the trigger on some non-stop action? Let's go. Now we're at Sunset Hill Shooting Range in Henryville. This facility is amazing and geared towards beginners, so don't worry if you have no experience. Now I'm gonna go inside and do the check-in process. Let's go. Hey, how are ya?
Good morning, Deanna. How are you? Welcome to Sunset Hill Shooting Range.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
There's a few steps we have to go through in the beginning to get you started.
I'll send you over the bulb and he'll get you outside.
All right, thank you so much.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
Excited?
Yes.
Okay. I asked you to put your ears on.
Okay.
Yep, please keep your eyes and ears on until you re-enter the building.
Okay.
Okay? You ready to go?
Yes.
All right.
I'm excited.
I have a reservation. Can I send her out?
10-4, Bob, send her out.
All right. Let's go, guys.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey,
Welcome
how
to
are
Sunset
ya?
Hill. How are you? My name is Connor. I'm going to be your instructor today.
Deanna, nice to meet
Yeah,
you.
nice to meet you. Just a couple of things to go over before we get started. Please keep your eyes and ears on at all times, and I do have 3 rules you have to follow about the guns. First of all, the muzzle, which is the front of the barrel, always stays pointed down range. Anything you point the gun at, the cannon will destroy, so we got to keep it pointed in a safe direction. Rule number 2, pointer finger stays off the trigger till you're 100% on target, ready to fire. And rule number 3 is no rapid fire. Take good 2 to 3 seconds in between shots. It's all about accuracy. You want to hit your target. You want to try a grenade launcher?
Yes, obviously.
Right this way. Follow me.
Come on.
There you go. Place it right inside there. Perfect, just like that. And whenever you're ready, take your right thumb. You're going to cock the hammer back and just pull all the way back till you feel it click. Excellent, just like that. And whenever you're ready, fire in the hole. Send it. There you go.
Ooh.
Ooh, just past it. There you go.
Aw, darn. Where to next?
We're going to head over to our VIP section and shoot some rifles.
Okay,
Sound
let's
good?
go. Yeah.
Right this way. So the first one we're going to start with is the Bushmaster ACR. I'm going to take this down off the wall. We're going to go to the bay and I'll get it set up for you. Sound good?
All right, a nice mix.
Oh, yes it is. Lean, tuck it in nice and tight to that shoulder. The more firm it is in that shoulder pocket, the better it'll feel. Good. So we want to try some handguns next. We have a full variety here. You see anything you like?
Yeah, I think I want to try this one.
Good. You're in there. Excellent. Keeping it in the red.
Well, that was fun. Thanks for showing me the VIP experience.
Absolutely.
Now what's next?
You ever shoot a fully automatic?
No.
Let's go shoot a fully
All right,
machine gun.
let's go.
Right this way.
Here goes nothing.
Excellent. There you go.
Well, this one will definitely get your heart pumping.
Want to end off with a bang?
Yes, let's end with a bang, guys.
How does a 50 BMG sound?
I don't know, but I'm ready to try it.
I'll show you right this way.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready, take that right hand and reach. Hard forward, hard down. Excellent, just like that.
Okay.
Perfect. Send it. There you go, nice shot. Excellent. Very good. Awesome.
Wow, Carl, that was amazing.
Well, I can see you had a good time.
Yeah,
Wow,
I did
you did
good.
great. Did you
Yeah.
shoot the 50 cal?
I did, and I
Oh.
get to take a souvenir home.
Wow, that's awesome. So how many of our 120 plus guns did you try?
Quite a few. So if a group of people are coming, how does that play out for them?
So a group from 2 to 20, 25, whatever it is, corporate event, just a group of friends, we handle them all. They get their own instructors. We also have VIP experiences.
Which I got to try, and it was very fun. So thank you so much again for having us.
Thank you.
If everyone wants to check you out, where can they go?
SunsetRange.com. Check us out, our website, and also you can book your reservations.
Well, thank you again. I'm Deanna Fontanez from the Pocono Television Network.
Looks like Deanna was having so much fun there, and those are just two of the ways to experience the Poconos this time of year. Of course, there's a variety of indoor and outdoor options.
Yeah, Brianna, and speaking of outdoor options, golf this season here at Shawnee has a whole new aspect, a new bridge getting you over the river onto the island for more holes of golf here as we look forward to a lot of fun things in 2020.